All right, welcome back to Foundation Friday. I've got my foundation, not my foundation. This is my matcha. Also have my foundation. So today we're going to be talking about the Essence Pretty Natural Hydrating Foundations. This is a newer release from Essence, a drugstore makeup brand. You can get Essence at Ulta. So I've actually been testing this foundation for a couple months now, so I definitely know my full thoughts on this. And I mentioned it in my best foundations for summer video. I feel like just putting this foundation in that one video doesn't give him the platform, the spotlight that good old Essence deserves, because it is currently one of my favorite foundations and it's definitely one of the best drugstore foundations I've ever tried. So I felt like it deserved its own video because it is also very affordable. Okay, that is apparently, oh my god, magnetic. What is happening? Just a NARS bronzer stuck to it. You can tell how clean my desk is. Before I zoom in and show you how this looks, I'm gonna read some of the claims so you know what to expect with this. One of the best parts, this foundation retails for, I guess it normally retails for $7. Right now on Ulta when I'm filming this, it's on sale for $5.24. So this foundation comes in 31 shades, and I can tell you, I wish I friggin' still had them. Months ago, they sent like little samples and I had a bunch of them. I should have saved them all. Didn't know I was gonna love this thing. But just based on those samples when I was first trying this, I can tell you the fair shades go very fair. By the way, I don't have any self-tanner on right now, obviously. But if you're super fair, there should be hopefully a shade for you. And it looks like they go very deep as well. So my normal shade that I use most often is 50 Neutral Champagne. I'm also gonna swatch 40 for you. And then I did pick up on Ulta 140 Neutral Buff for when I have self-tanner on, or I figured I could like mix these if this is too dark. I have been able to wear the shade 50 if I'm on like day 5 of tanner, and I'll kind of mix it in with other stuff if it's too light. Basically it says it's natural, medium cover finish and weightless feel for up to 24 hours, leaving you with a perfect combo of pretty and natural. So like usual, I'm gonna do shots in natural lighting. It's actually later in the day right now, it's 1 o'clock, so I don't know if I'm gonna do like full day wear tests. We'll see what today holds, but let's get into applying it. I'm gonna zoom in. By the way, if you enjoy Foundation Fridays, you can give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. If you're new here, you can subscribe. And I have a whole Foundation Friday playlist down below with hundreds of foundation reviews. So since I already have worn this so many times, I know for sure that my favorite way to apply it is with a brush. But I'll still show you in this video sponge versus brush just so you can see. All I have on right now is SPF. This foundation mixes beautifully with other foundations, and I really haven't found a primer or anything that this doesn't mesh well with. So far, every time I wear this, I'm just impressed. I'm actually gonna do some cheek swatches for you. So here's the shade 50 Neutral Champagne. Here's 40. Then we're going in with 140, which on my skin tone right now, it's gonna be way dark, just warning you. This is, again, for when I have self-tanner on. I think that's gonna be a good tanner shade. But today I actually might use 40. I'm gonna first go in with a brush on this side of my face. So they just say natural finish on their description, which I agree with, but it is a true satin finish, this foundation. And one of the things I love about this is just how friggin' skin-like it sits on the skin. But I do definitely agree with the medium coverage claim. I feel like this is the perfect amount of coverage where you don't look like you're wearing like a mask of makeup. It doesn't look, you know, super full coverage, but it covers my redness, but just evens everything out really beautifully. But you can still see freckles like completely coming through, so it doesn't look like you have, you know, a full face of foundation on. And this is one of those foundations for me where I'll be like in the car even and looking in the car mirror and it looks good. I'll be in like an elevator and catch my skin and think it looks good. It just sits beautifully on the skin. So I'm gonna do the sponge on this side just so you guys can see. I do get less coverage with the sponge. And again, I prefer a brush, but here we go. Way less coverage with the sponge, which is why, see, I don't usually like to use it. It just kind of like soaks up. And I feel like because the finish with the brush is so flawless on its own, you know, there's no benefit of using a sponge with this one. So as you can see, it just kind of like soaks up too much. So I'm gonna go back in. I know that's a lot. I might spread it up and use my brush. This was one of my few clean brushes today, but it's the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush, one of my favorites. So I will show you how we can build up. That was a lot, so I'm gonna take it up to my forehead. This foundation does build really nicely. So usually, because I have more redness on this side of my face right here, I'll either go in with a little bit of concealer over top when I use this one, or I'll just apply a little bit more and build it up. I know it looks like I'm applying a ton of foundation on this side of my face, but the sponge soaked up like 90% of that first round I went in with. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more just right here to build up so you can see. This is probably one of my more comfortable feeling foundations on my face. It does feel super lightweight. I don't get bad creasing with this one. Normally a lot of foundations will crease a ton on my upper lip. With this one, throughout the entire day, it holds up super well, very long lasting, which also makes this one a good mixing foundation because it is very long lasting and it just has that really nice finish. By the way, on my lips right now, I just had on the Sigma lip oil that I've been loving in the shade Tranquil. But I'm gonna go do the rest of my makeup and then show you what this looks like in natural lighting. We're gonna zoom in real up close in front of the natural lighting in the windows and tell you more of my thoughts. When I tell you that's the longest I've spent on my makeup in about 3 years, you don't even wanna know how many times I redid my eyebrows. That's a good combo. I put in matcha, but with this like superfood powder thing I got off Amazon. I'll link it down below. But it has some like flavor. It's just natural, like cinnamon and other stuff. It's like an anti-inflammatory thing, but those two mixed, good combo. It was one of those makeup days where like every step of doing your makeup just isn't working, you know? Here's what I ended up with for today. So I'm gonna show you the makeup in natural lighting in a second, but I'll just tell you what I used on my face. Where did that friggin' thing even go? The eyebrows went downhill. Now he's just hiding from me. Okay, seriously, where's that? Here it is. Here was the first reason the eyebrows went downhill. I tried the Makeup Forever Aqua Resist Brow Definer. I'm pretty sure this is new. It's just super creamy, so it was just like sliding all around. Not my favorite. Ended up redoing my brows with the M Cosmetics Brow Gel. I forgot how good this stuff is. It's very pigmented though. Then I went in with Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim in Deep Brown. This one's in Ebony. I even did like a 2015 throwback and outlined my brows in concealer because it was that tragic of a situation. But love my bronzer, love my blush, love these two products. This is the XX Revolution Cream Bronzer in the shade Inspire. So nice. Ooh, wow, that was a good little ASMR sound. I hope you guys heard that. This shade is more of a like warm tone. This thing I can't put down is the Bleed Beauty blush in the shade Dollface. For highlight over top, I put on the Bare Minerals Joy. This one is very like peachy pinky, but it does have like a lighter reflect than what it looks like in the pan. So I like bringing this one down a little bit because it's almost like a really pretty blush topper. For eyeshadow, I tried the Sydney Grace and Temptalia eyeshadow palette. Congratulations to them. I went in with this super pretty purple shade. First I used my finger and it was really nice, and then I wet a brush with setting spray. Almost sprayed my setting spray in my matcha. But once I got past that point, I went in with that shade, that one, those three. I tried the Bleed Beauty Enchanted Long Lasting Eyeliner. I put this on the top. We'll see if it transfers up. But I tried to put on my waterline and it's just not one of those eyeliners that does well on the waterline. It wasn't pigmented enough. So then I went in with Makeup Geek Espresso. And these are super creamy, the liners from Makeup Geek. So that one went on fine. Did my usual bottom lash mascara. I'm gonna have all my makeup that's on my face listed down below like always. And then I tried Essence's new Lash Princess Curl and Volume. They came out with a few new Lash Princess mascaras. This is my holy grail one, the False Lash Effect. This is the best. I have on 2, maybe 3 coats of this today. It's not as amazing as the False Lash Effect on my lashes. I feel like I get more volume with this one and they look about the same as far as like the curling. So I'm still team this one. Where are all these things going? Okay, don't know where the liner went. I went in with a MAC Soar lip liner and then I put on the Dime Beauty liquid lipstick in the shade Bradley over top. And then on top of that, oh my God. Wow, I need to clean my desk. I went back in with the Sigma lip oil, same shade, just to add a little bit of a gloss. Wow, is that everything? I think so. I'll have my necklace, jewelry, everything else listed down below. I'm gonna go show you what this looks like in natural lighting. Okay, so right now, this time of day, I think it looks the most accurate to what I see in real life in here. I mean, I just think this looks so beautiful. One of the main things I love about this foundation is that it does a really good job of kind of blurring out the pores around my nose. I have pretty textured skin and a lot of foundations can just cling to it. This one just almost gives us a really pretty like silky kind of finish. And on my forehead, like it's hard on my skin to find foundations that look like this. If you've seen my other foundation reviews, you know what a lot of foundations can look like on my skin, but like look at that. You obviously can still see, you know, that I have pores on my skin, but they're so soft looking, and the finish of this foundation is just the perfect amount of glow. Should we go fully outside? Let's go fully outside. And it feels super comfortable. It feels lightweight. I just love everything about this foundation, you guys. I would say it's a true satin finish. It lasts really well on my skin. I'm gonna try and keep it on as long as possible today. Okay, so it's now about 7:30, so it's been on for just about 6 hours-ish. I'm gonna take my makeup off because my eyes have been burning like crazy all day and my waterline is like super red. I don't know if it was the eyeliner or something, I don't know what, but the sun is just like pouring into my apartment right now in every other spot. I'm still natural lighting in front of the window, I'm just not directly in the pure sunlight, you know? I will say that Believe Beauty eyeliner, would not recommend. It's like totally bleeding into my inner corner and it was like really coming down here. I had to like wipe it off. Here's the foundation and how it's held up. I'm not getting creasing on my upper lip. Around my pores looks good. I just feel like overall for $7, it's like you might as well try it. If you like medium coverage, if you're looking for like a full coverage foundation, I don't think this is it. I'm gonna see you one other time wearing this foundation again in this video just so you can see what the darker shade looks like with self-tanner on. Yes, we'll see you in a second. Okay, so today I'm wearing the shade 140 that I picked up, and I actually was just at the beach in the sun for like 3 hours. It's 4th of July when I'm filming this, and I went in the water, everything in the sun, and this is what the foundation is still looking like. And I also was wearing a baseball hat, so if you see that line on my forehead, that's what that is. I'm not getting bad creasing. Forehead looks good, looks like natural, like I don't feel like I have, you know, too much face makeup on right now for the beach. My concealer, I put on the Hailey's Beauty new full coverage waterproof concealer. Love that for the beach because it just stays on all day. And I just put on some Huda brow pencil and the Fenty Gloss Bomb. I'll have the shade down below. But I'm gonna end off this Foundation Friday here. If you have oily skin, I do think this one could work. Just the way that it stays, it's very long lasting. You might need to powder it, but I think it could be worth checking out if you have oily skin as well. My skin right now is more on the normal side, not super dry. It's a winter. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.